Welcome to Divine Manifested. Have you ever noticed a sudden, subtle shift in your energy the moment you are around someone else? Sometimes emotional masks are very easy to identify. You know you're wearing one because the person you are acting like is vastly different from who you actually are. But other times it's much more subtle. Just a small, quiet shift between who you are when you are by yourself and who you become in front of others. I've meditated for a long time, and for a while I genuinely believed that I had worked through a lot of these social conditioning patterns. Until recently, when a friend came to visit me at home, I noticed that instead of just participating in the visit and being myself, I immediately slid into performance mode. I found myself trying to fill every moment of silence, trying to multitask cooking while keeping up the conversation, and anxiously trying to manage her entire experience as a host. I felt some silences were uncomfortable and started to fill in, and I noticed that my breath had changed. I was grounded and calm before she walked in, but suddenly my breathing became fast and shallow. My focus shifted entirely outward. And it's definitely not about her. She is very nice, and in fact, I really loved the fact that she came to visit me. It was something that I was doing at a subconscious level that I started to become aware of. If you have ever felt that subtle internal lightening, today we are going to explore this hidden trigger, the urge to overperform. We'll look at why it happens, the core beliefs that fuel it, why it's so crucial to address, and how we can gently step back into ease. Before we look at the beliefs behind this behavior, it's important to understand why breaking this habit matters so much. First, it causes constant unnecessary stress for your nervous system. When you slip into performance mode, your body interprets the social interaction as high-stakes task. Instead of resting and enjoying company, your system goes into a state of hypervigilance, leaving you feeling drained and exhausted after a simple social interaction. Second, if you don't address this, you will never truly enjoy the full human connection at its core. When you wear a mask, even a subtle one, any connection you form is built on a false foundation. The other person is connecting with your performance, not with the real you. The deepest beauty of our experience on earth comes from an authentic connection. A relationship built on each individual's raw uniqueness, without masks, without overperforming, and without rigid expectations, is vastly deeper, richer, and far more fulfilling. Next, let's talk about how to notice that you're wearing the mask. Because overperforming is usually an automatic habit, it rarely announces itself loudly. It shows up in tiny physical signals long before your mind realizes what's happening. Here is how you can possibly spot it in real time. Your breathing shifts. Your breath moves from a deep belly-centered to shallow, fast, or chest-heavy. There is discomfort with silence. A gap in conversation feels like a problem that needs immediate fixing rather than natural pauses. Attention shifts outward. Instead of staying rooted in your own body or what you're currently doing, your focus becomes 100% consumed with monitoring their facial expressions, energy, and comfort. The last one is hypertasking. You try to over-deliver, trying to be a flawless host, for example, or a flawless employee, or a flawless spouse. Maintain perfect conversation and manage whatever else you're doing all at once, leaving your nervous system feeling subtly frazzled. So, what are the core beliefs behind the mask? To drop the need to overperform, we have to look at the invisible rules running in the background. When social silence or hosting triggers mild anxiety, it's usually fueled by 4 core subconscious beliefs. And this applies even if you are an overperformer at work or even in any relationship. The first belief is that I am responsible for the other person's comfort. And this is not true. The reality is you are responsible for being respectful and kind, but you are not responsible for regulating someone else's internal state or carrying the entire weight of interaction. So the shift to make here would be their comfort is their responsibility. I can allow them to sit in their own experience. The next one is, I think, a big one for me. That is, I need to earn through effort, whether it's connection or money or a good relationship, but the belief is that I need to earn through effort. But the reality is when we overperform, we are operating under the belief that people won't like or enjoy us if we just exist. True connection happens, or true earning happens when you stop trying to manage the interaction or manage the outcome and simply allow yourself to be present. So the shift here would be that my presence is enough. And when you are truly present in the present moment, the right things will happen through you. The work will flow, the conversations will happen, it will just happen. So the belief should be that my presence is enough. And as babies, we probably all had that. Babies just have a presence. So that's a big one for me. This next one was a big one for me, something that I've worked a lot constantly, and that is the belief that disappointing someone, a disappointment or disapproval from someone, even in a tiny way, is dangerous. I'm not consciously thinking that it's dangerous, but somewhere in the subconscious there is a registered belief that it could be dangerous or it is dangerous. The reality is trying to be perfect, be it a perfect host, a perfect employee, a perfect wife, mother, is an old survival mechanism. You don't need to optimize every single moment to be safe and accepted. So the shift would be I am allowed to be human. I am allowed to be myself. I am allowed to slow down and focus on one thing at a time. Next is how to work on this. In my own personal experience, the best way to work on this is to start practicing breath work and listening to affirmations in a deep, relaxed state. Something similar to what hypnotherapy does, which is get yourself to a very deep, relaxed state, either through the right music or through breath work, and listen to the affirmations that are the opposite of your belief systems. And listening to it at least for 30 days, actually you will start noticing that change little by little. So I'll be linking a affirmations video here that you can listen to for this particular trigger of overperforming or this particular habit, which you can listen for 30 days, but you can do anything that will any other method of relaxing yourself and listening to affirmations. Other than that, here are another 3 steps that you can follow. The first one is anchoring back into the somatic cue. The moment you feel your breath shorten or an urge to rush into silence, use it as a gentle nudge. Take one slow, deliberate breath into your belly. Let the shoulders drop. Realize that your nervous system just moved into the performance mode and bring your awareness back to your own body. So we breathe differently whenever we feel different types of emotions. Breath is the easiest way to change our emotions at a given point in time. So if you catch yourself getting into the performance mode, watch your breath and change your breath. Slow it down so your emotional state changes to a calm and peaceful one. Step 2 is to practice allowing the pause. The next time a silence happens, count to 3 internally before speaking. So be comfortable. Practice being comfortable with silence. Let silence hang in the air. Remind yourself, I am letting the space to exist. And watch what happens when you don't jump in to save the conversation or to fix the problem. And most of the time, the other person is completely fine. So for me personally, one of the biggest problems was that it was hard for me to sit with the discomfort or my perceived discomfort. I assume that the other person is also uncomfortable and I am the one who is going to fix this. So practicing to be comfortable in that space is a huge one, and I will make another video in itself because that is a huge topic. How are we going to be comfortable in what we have believed to be uncomfortable since our childhood? And there are some steps that you can follow which have helped me, and I will be making a separate video on that. But if you can start practicing those little times to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, that will go a long way. And finally, choosing presence over performance. If you're doing something while talking, while cooking, while making tea, while walking, give yourself permission to prioritize one thing. It's okay to say, give me 1 second while I finish this, and take your time. Presence is magnetic. Performance is exhausting. So moving to presence improves not only your quality of life, but the other person with whom you're working or having the interaction can also feel that. We have associated multitasking or overperformance with success, but what it's doing is actually just draining our nervous system. So going back to focusing on one thing, giving your full attention to that, being present with that is going to help. Finally, coming to the closure of this, noticing that you wear a subtle mask around others isn't something to judge yourself for. It's simply an old conditioning. The fact that you're even observing that is a huge step towards spiritual freedom or towards real freedom. Judging yourself or wearing subtle mask around others is a habit born out of wanting to be a good friend, a host, or a companion, which in itself is not a bad thing. So the next time you catch yourself overperforming, drop your shoulders, take a deep breath, and let the silence sit. You don't need to perform to be worthy of true deep connection or worthy of true abundance or true joy in life. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please make sure to subscribe and share it with someone who might need to hear this today. Thank you so much.